Well, I mean, I knew who he was. I was aware of the movies he had made. I didn't know about Joe as a project until I got a phone call from CAA, and they mentioned that there was this project that was kind of a, I think the way they described it was that it was a return to David's roots, and that it had actually been written, the script, by his professor, his film professor in college, Gary Hawkins, I believe is the name, and that he wanted to meet with me. Well, so immediately I got the script and I read it, and I was hooked right away. I knew the power of the script that Gary had written. Then I flew to Austin to meet with David. You have David Gordon Green directing it, and David is really a master of knowing how to get humor out of dark situations. So it'll never go, too far into the abyss. There will always be something there that might make you smile, which I really enjoy about David's movies. Of course, what he did with Pineapple Express. So this is a master of finding humor in dark situations. And then going further, his process is different. He does what I think other people only think about doing. He tries to control himself. He's always in a state of balance, of trying to balance himself, and then inevitably the steam gets too strong and the pressure builds up, and he does something that gets him into trouble. He's kind of like the last, and I say this jokingly, but like American badass. He's a real outlaw, and he's politically completely incorrect, and yet at the same time he becomes this unlikely role model to Gary, and they have a connection. And there's even though it's all wrong, like giving him a beer at 15, giving him a cigarette at 15, and talking about all the beautiful girls he's going to have sex with, it's still, at least he's paying attention. At least he cares in his own messed up way. He cares about Gary, and Gary's not getting that at home. He's getting beat up and ignored, and no one's listening to him. And that, I think, is what will be charming about this movie, is that relationship. And Ty is a total natural, with a very inventive streak. I mean, he's creative. I mean, he comes up with lines and dialogue. He loves to play. He did this scene, like one of our most dramatic scenes together, where he's beat up and he comes to my house looking for help. And he says, I could beat him up just as good as you. I'll pop him right in the eyes. Pop him right in the eye. And I just thought that was so heartbreaking. It's like man-child who's, trying to get there, but all the chips are against him. Great, just great. I can't help but laugh sometimes out of amazement how that came to be. I mean, you have people who have been nominated for Academy Awards wanting that part, and David I think he just became aware of him while walking down the street. He saw this guy doing some street performance stuff, and he cast him. I mean, I met him, I liked him. He has great face, great eyes, and Wade and Ty both have great eyes. Real, strong, piercing blue eyes. It's been perfect. I mean, it's added a level of surprise, and also a level of reality. Because like for example, the worst thing is reality TV, in my opinion. When you watch that, it's not real. You see they're aware of the camera. You see the acting. You see the where they're gonna pray on camera, where they're gonna cry on camera. It's bullshit. But like when someone like Wade acts, it's almost like there is no camera. He's just there. And that is a very powerful thing to observe.
on this side. Over here, we going to the west side.
Hey, mister. See, me and my daddy just got into town. I was wondering if you'd give us a job. We're looking for work.
What's your name?
Gary Jones.
I'm Joe.
I got a job today.
Good for you, babies.
I know you got some money hid around here. Where's your money at?
What are you thinking, Joe?
Nothing. There's nothing I can do, and I hate it. I don't know who I am, but I know what keeps me alive is restraint. Keeps me out of jail. Keeps me from hurting people. And I watched that boy. He's a child. Folks left behind. He could go good. He could go bad. That boy works his ass off! If I find out something's happened to that boy, I'm gonna whip whoever's ass had something to do with it.
You think Joe's gonna take care of you? You think Joe's your daddy? I'm the one taking care of you.
So what's this shit I hear about this kid you got working for you, huh? Little drifter kid.